Welcome to Cienega High School's live coverage of swim meet here, covered by Bobcat TV. I am Nick Irvin, along with Ryan Marsh, operating cameras, as well as Jason Miller. It's an honor to bring you this live coverage to you all, so thank you for tuning in. A little hard to commentate for a swim match, but I'll do my best. I'm also running graphics here, so we'll do our best to give everyone the information that they need, information that they deserve for tuning into this broadcast. So again, we want to thank you for tuning in to Bobcat TV. And our first event is the girls 200 Medley relay. So in lane 1 for Tanque Verde, we have Summer C, Laney R, Ali F, and Ryan L. In lane 4 for Tanque Verde is Shay, Maggie, Paisley, and Bree F. For Sahuaro, in lane 3, we have Hope Emmett, Sydney Wetton, Maria Cooperstein, and Grayson Molina. And in lane 6 for Sahuaro, we have Delia Edwards, Taylor Clark, Victoria Valdez, and Josie Shivers. For Cienega in lane 2, we have, seem to have misplaced my roster here. In lane 2 for the Lady Bobcats, in lane 5 rather, we have Kayla Babson, Catherine Baker, Caroline Baker, and Sabrina Reed. We're starting off with the backstroke here. And it looks like Tanque Verde's in the lead. Entering the first turn on the breaststroke leg of this 200 medley. And Tanque Verde in lane 4 still has a commanding lead, starting on the fly leg. And I can't be sure, but I think this is Paisley for Tanque Verde in lane 4. Just finishing up the fly leg of this 200 medley relay. And bringing up the lead is Bree F for Tanque Verde. We'll get you some times here, folks, at some point. Again, we have limited personnel here, so trying to run graphics, timekeeping, and everything else, camera work and whatnot. So definitely a Herculean effort here, but we'll do the best we can. So Tanque Verde ends up with the win there. Again, we'll get we'll start doing unofficial times here shortly. Again, these won't be official times; these will be unofficial times, but hopefully they will give you some sort of idea about what is happening here. So looks like lane 2 or lane 3. Still finishing up here, trying to get the lanes down too. I'm right behind a whole bunch of tents, so our setup is slightly ad hoc, but again, we're doing the best we can, try to give you that information that you need. So now up for the boys 200 medley relay. In lane 1 For Tanque Verde, we have Grayson G. On my roster here, JPS, Beck C, and Ethan C. In lane 2 for the Bobcats, we have James Castaneda, Jeff Castaneda, Diego Ramirez, and Nathaniel Colson. In lane 3 for Sahuaro, we have Nathan Gauss, Brendan Krasuski, Ben Canez, and Nicholas Brenner. In lane 4 for Tanque Verde, we have written down here Stevie N, Tanner S, Sam S, and Nick C. In lane 5 for the Bobcats, we have Jaden Bramhall, Brendan McNulty, Austin Taylor, and Nathan Rhea, or Ree. And in lane 6 for Sahuaro, there is none. So we have only 5 lanes being used here. So starting in the next race, on the girls 200-yard freestyle, we'll go ahead and get a time out there for you guys. Right now, in the lead, looks like the Bobcats. So the lanes are a little strange here. Trying to figure them out. It looks like the Bobcats are in the lead for the final leg in the 50 freestyle. And that is, looks like Nathan Ree. Apologize if I'm getting these names mispronounced. We will shore those up by the time we get to senior night in October. So next month we will also be broadcasting on Bobcat TV, Cienega High School's swim and dive senior night. So make sure you tune in for that. And by then we will have everything shored up. We appreciate you tuning in to this broadcast. So next up we have the girls 200 freestyle. Lane 1, we have Bree F from Tanque Verde. Lane 2, Cienega. It appears to be empty. Lane 3 is Taylor Clark from Sahuaro. Lane 4, Natalie A, Tanque Verde. Lane 5 is Cienega's own Zeta Neo. She's also part of Bobcat TV, so way to go, Zeta. And in lane 6 for Sahuaro is Juliana Levy. Or Levy. So the girls here just coming back, hitting the 50-yard mark on this turn. So in lane 4 is for Tanque Verde, Natalie A. She's just now hitting the halfway mark in this 200 free, making things look easy here. I swam in high school about 8 years back. It's not easy. 200 free. It's a neat combination of speed and stamina. Very impressive watching these swimmers. And it looks like Natalie A. is entering her final 50 yards here. And she has a commanding lead. You see some tired legs out there, some tired arms. Again, it's not easy. 200 free. And looks like Natalie from Tanque Verde has beaten the competition handily here. Again, we want to thank you for tuning into Bobcat TV. It's an honor to have you listening to us and watching our coverage. We're broadcasting live from the Clements Center off of Pantano and Irvington in beautiful Tucson, Arizona. Today's a high of about 89, maybe 90. We're here in the shade at Clements Center. We have a beautiful view of the slide in front of us. A packed house on the, looks like south side of the pool. Lots of parents, lots of friends and family. So we're going to go ahead and get a little unofficial clock time going here. And I will give off the racers, the swimmers. Okay, so there's the clock time. So again, this is unofficial. These won't be official times, but hopefully it will give you some idea of the results here. So in lane 1, we have Stevie M for Tanque Verde. In lane 4, also for Tanque Verde, is Nick C. For the Bobcats, we have Kyle Newland and Austin Taylor. And in lane 3 for Sahuaro, we have Nicholas Brenner. So no second swimmer for Sahuaro at this point in the boys 200 freestyle. So it appears that Nolan R. for Tanque Verde is in the lead in this 200 boys freestyle. He's in lane 4, right in the middle of your screen. We're going to do our best to convert these to minutes. These times, okay, so that looks like that was a time of about 117 seconds, so just shy of 2 minutes, about 1:57 for Nick C. on Tanque Verde. We have some final swimmers here finishing up. And next on the docket is the girls' 200-yard individual medley, the IM, one of the more famous races in swimming lore. Again, this is an unofficial time. For Cienega in lane 2. We have Caroline Baker and Catherine Baker is in lane 5. For Sahuaro in lane 3, we have Luisa Terran Flores Jr. And for Tanque Verde, Lane 1 we have Sydney H, and in lane 4 we have Laney R. So it looks like all swimmers here are somewhat neck and neck. All on the backstroke portion of this girls 200-yard IM, the individual medley. So we're on the breaststroke portion of this IM. And again, we have swimmers who are neck and neck. Leading the pack in lane 4. It looks like we have Laney R for Tanque Verde. And just behind her in what must be lane 5 is Catherine Baker. And Laney R has entered this final leg of the 200 IM, the freestyle leg. She is making her final turn for the last 25 yards. They're playing Lose Yourself here by Eminem. Trying to get this atmosphere hyped up. It's great to be out here, beautiful day. And it looks like Laney R finished with a time of about 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Again, this is an unofficial time, but hopefully that gives you some idea of the prowess, if I'm being honest, of these swimmers. So next up we have the boys 200-yard individual medley. In lane 1 we have Bexy of Tanque Verde. Lane 2 Nathan Ria, Cienega. Lane 3 Sahuaro is empty. Lane 4 Tanque Verde, Nolan R. And that rounds out. So, forgot to do my clock here. Called about 3 seconds late. So of course, in the individual medleys, the order of strokes is the butterfly, followed by the backstroke, followed by the breaststroke, and then ending with the freestyle. Of course, in the relays, the order of strokes, you start with the backstroke, then the breaststroke, then the fly, and again ending with the freestyle. Again, this time is about 3 seconds off, so we will try to calibrate that when we see who touches first. So we are entering the final leg of this 200 Boys 200 yard. I am. So it looks like Cienega's own Nathan Ria is touching the wall first. It looks like from my limited vantage point here. Looks like he finished with a time of, oh gosh, I don't want to give an inaccurate reading of this. So somewhere in the, mid 2-minute range. And our next event will be the first heat of the girls' 50-yard freestyle. So again, I guess the lane kind of markers there for you all. So we will get this timer going. And these girls are off to a fast start. Again, this is the first heat of the 50-yard freestyle. It's 2 lengths of the pool there and back in this 50-yard race. And in the lead, commanding lead, is the swimmer from Tanque Verde, who looks like is Maggie C. So Maggie C ends with a time of about 27 seconds. Again, unofficial time. Looked pretty good there. And next we are going to heat number 2. Again, we're in heat 2 of the girls' 50-yard freestyle. It's 2 lengths of the pool there and back. And they are off to the races. It's great to be out here. We have tents galore. Shade everywhere. It's a beautiful day out on this final day of September. And in the lead, again, Tanque Verde. Looks like a time of about 30 seconds thereabouts. And that looks to have been looks like Summer C from Tanque Verde. So again, that was heat 2 of this 50 freestyle. We are now about to start the 3rd heat of the girls' 50. So I got a time time issue there again. We'll subtract a second there. Again, unofficial time. I've said that a bunch. And looks like Tanque Verde again with that commanding position in the middle of the pool. That is Marie W. And she finishes with a time of about 32-ish, thereabouts, 31, 32. Waiting on the final swimmer from Tanque Verde, Zoe S. in lane 1. And she's almost there. People offering encouragement. It's great to see. Love swim meets. Everybody's so positive. Wants everyone else to succeed. It's fantastic to watch. So we have the men's 50 free now. I take that back. We have a final heat for the girls. Final heat there. So ignore the graphics for now. This is the final heat for the girls 50 free. Okay, so now we have the boys 50 freestyle. And for the Bobcats in this boys 50 free, heat number 1, we have Diego Ramirez in lane 2 and Jaden Bramhall in lane 5. Bramhall, of course, is a boys volleyball player. The Cienega boys volleyball team made it all the way to the state championship in the 5A conference last year. Bobcat TV was privileged to have covered that event via a radio or audio only broadcast. We did not have the rights to the actual video broadcast, but so Jaden Bramhall was pivotal in getting Cienega to that point. So always great to see him. So in heat number 2, for the Bobcats, we have Brendan McNulty and Nathaniel Colson. Again, this is heat number 2 of the boys 50-yard freestyle. Again, it's 1 turn. It's 2 lengths of the pool, there and back. And that's a very fast time for, looks like Nathaniel Colson. Finished that one pretty strong of a time of about 24 as well. 24-second unofficial time. And now these swimmers are exiting the pool, getting ready for heat number 3 in the boys 50-yard freestyle. And for the Bobcats, we have Alexander John and Jeff Castaneda in this one. See some student swimmers on the south end of the pool offering encouragement with signs. Giving everyone encouragement even when they're on their break. And that's not quite sure who finished first there from my vantage point. I'm sure you all could see that from yours. We have excellent camera work. We have Jason Miller on camera. We have Ryan Marsh, a great student at Bobcat TV, doing camera cutting, directing for us. Can't thank him enough. And that concludes the 3rd heat in the boys 50-yard freestyle, I think. Oh, we still got a swimmer going. And up next is heat number 4. We have Benjamin Walker for the Bobcats in lane number 2. And that might be, we do have a Tanque Verde swimmer. Not sure who he is, not on my roster. I believe after this, race in the 50-yard freestyle. I believe there's a 15-minute break. So I heard Coach Kelly say, I think she said that to the timers during the timers meeting. Again, Coach Kelly is in for the Bobcats, while Coach Hansen, her daughter, Sierra, also a teacher at Cienega, is at home right now. We know she's watching, so hope you get better soon, Sierra. So thank you again for tuning in and encouraging us as we, complete this broadcast. So looks like we do have a break here. We'll put up a little break graphic. And we're going to take a little break. Don't go anywhere. We will begin again at approximately a little after 4:45. So somewhere around 4:48, thereabouts. Again, don't go anywhere. We are about halfway done with the swim meet. Still waiting on some pivotal races. We have a couple of relays coming up. Next, after our break, will be the butterfly, right? The 100-yard butterfly, girls and boys. And the 500-yard freestyle, girls and boys, and a couple relays. So, little break, don't go anywhere. And we want to thank you again for tuning in to this iteration of Bobcat TV. And welcome back to Bobcat TV's live coverage of Cienega versus Sahuaro versus Tanque Verde here Thursday, September 30th, 2001, live from the Clements Center for Cienega's home meet. So it's an honor for Bobcat TV to be bringing you guys this live coverage. So thank you again for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can follow more events that we cover. Our next pretty big event is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We are broadcasting Cienega football versus Campo Verde. It is Cienega's second home game. Cienega football is at a 1-2 record, hoping to even that up tomorrow night. So don't miss out at 7 p.m. for Bobcat TV's live coverage of that game. So the starter has just told the swimmers to exit the pool. They were warming up, or rather staying warm, as we prepare for the next event on our docket, which is the girls 100 fly. Butterfly, the stroke of choice for none other than Michael Phelps, who always great to watch. 100 fly. It's the first heat of this 100-yard fly. There might only be one heat, actually. One heat, yep. So for the Bobcats in lane 5, we have Kayla Babson. For Sahuaro, in lane number 3, we have Sydney Wetton. And for Tanque Verde, in lane 1, I guess there are 2 heats here. In lane 1, we have Bree F. In lane 4, we have Paisley W. So there will be a second heat. Looks like only, as far as my roster goes, only Tanque Verde will be in that second heat. So, oh, forgot to start my timer. So we will start that for the boys 100 fly for the next event. And looks like sorry, Kyla, I said Kayla last. Kyla Babson, looks like she won that 100 fly pretty easily. So well done for the Bobcat. So the second heat in the 100-yard butterfly. We have 2 swimmers from Tanque Verde. Again, those swimmers are Molly Guyman, actually, the daughter of Cienega's own Jean McKnight. She's here in the stands. She stopped by and said hello to us, so it's always great to see Jean. And her daughter, Molly, swimming in lane 1, the lane closest to us in this 100-yard fly. I keep wanting to say meter, but of course meter is the Olympic standard. This is a 25-yard length pool. And we have a race between 2 Tanque Verde swimmers, Molly G and Jessica E. Jessica E is in lane number 4. So we're probably about halfway done with this meet here. We have a couple, we still have some heats in the 100-yard fly for the boys, and then we move on to the 500-yard freestyle. along the race. Finally concluding with the relay. So this is the first heat in the boys 100-yard fly. For Cienega, we have Diego Ramirez in lane number 2 and Nathan Ria in lane number 5. For Sahuaro, it looks like we don't have anybody on my roster for Sahuaro in the 100-yard fly. So moving on to Tanque Verde. In lane number 1, we have Beck C, and lane number 4, Sam S. So finishing first was the swimmer from Tanque Verde. That was Sam S. And Cienega's Diego Ramirez in lane number 2, rounding out the pack in this first heat of the boys 100-yard butterfly. The second heat of this 100-yard butterfly. Let me pull up my clock here. Go ahead and get that going. And we have one swimmer from Tanque Verde. And that is Elijah K. So Elijah K swimming in the second heat of the boys 100-yard butterfly. Tough stroke the butterfly is. Requires immense core strength, shoulder strength, stamina. Making sure you get that dolphin kick down. I know all these coaches have been training this day in, day out, week in, week out to make sure they are in tip-top shape come competition time. We have 3 heats for the girls 100-yard freestyle, the next event here. Go ahead and get the time here. So in, let's see, so many clipboards here, it's hard to keep track. So in, let's see, lane number 2, we have Reina Estavillo for the Bobcats, and lane number 5 in this heat is Sabrina Reed. And again, it's the 100-yard freestyle, so it's there and back, and then there and back, there and back again, for any of you Tolkien fans. So looks like the swimmer from Tanque Verde is in the lead here. That would be Natalie A. Right in the middle of the pool, lane number 4. And she's making quick work of this race. Following close behind her are the 2 Sahuaro swimmers. And it looks like Natalie A finishes with a time of about 1:03. Again, unofficial time. And lane number 2, that is Reina Estavillo for the Bobcats, finishing there. So for our second heat for the Bobcats, we have Hannah Lopez in lane number 2 and Caitlin Pop in lane number 5. So the second heat in this 100-yard freestyle is about to begin. For Tanque Verde, on my roster here, we have Ryan L in lane number 1 and Lainey R in lane number 4. And for Sahuaro, in the second heat, we have Zoe Drain and Abby Holmes. We'll see who comes out to a lead. So we have the swimmer from Tanque Verde in lane number 1, looking like she is pretty comfortable out there. That's Ryan L. And Ryan L is now making her final turn. She's just emerged from the water, making things look easy out here. Smooth stroke. Breathing looks like every 3rd stroke. And she finished with, forgot to set my timer. You know, anyone watching, you know, the more personnel we have out here, the better. Easier it is for us to give you high quality broadcasts. That is our goal, high production quality. We're always looking to improve, always looking to get better. So for this 3rd heat, I promise I will start my timer. But winning that heat was Ryan L from Tanque Verde in lane number 1. So we have a 3rd heat coming up in this 100-yard girls freestyle. Heat number 3 for the Bobcats. In lane 2, we have Abigail Hall. And nobody in lane number 5 for the Bobcats. For Tanque Verde, in this heat, in lane number 1, we have Emma K. And lane 4 for Tanque Verde is Felicity H. And start my timer a little late there, about 1 second, second and a half, so we will calibrate accordingly. For Sahuaro, we have in this heat Taylor Clark and Emily Neal. Again, some swimmers on the south side of the pool offering encouragement, cheering on their, not only their teammates, but their competitors as well. Again, swimming and perhaps cross country are really the only sports I've seen where there is equal fervor in congratulating or encouraging not only members of your own team, but members of other teams. So that's always great to see. Always great to be out here. So if you haven't been out here to watch a high school swim meet, you know, whether it's Cienega, Sahuaro, Tanque Verde, any high school swim meet, to be honest, you will find the level of encouragement is maybe surprising to you. So it's great to see, great to be out here as always. And that concludes, I think, heat number 3 in this girls 100-yard freestyle. We're about to begin the boys 100-yard freestyle. So for the Bobcats, we have James Castaneda in lane number 2 and Daniel Hernandez in lane number 5. For Sahuaro, in lane 3 is Nathan Krasuski, and lane 6 is Nicholas Brenner. Nathan Krasuski, you might think this is weird for me saying this, but I do know his cousin. His cousin and I, Matt, was a great friend of mine back in the day. I haven't seen him in a while, but I know the Krasuski family well, and I know that there is a tradition of sporting excellence at Sahuaro among the Krasuski family. So great to see Nathan out here. And for Tanque Verde, we have Nolan R. and Nick C. So we're just finishing the final turn in the boys 100 free. Let me fix this clock. I apologize for that. It's also good fun out here, you know, if you're watching at home, to have your own little stopwatch. You can hear the horn and kind of go from there. So it's always fun to kind of add to that interactivity. So in the second heat, for the Bobcats in this 100-yard boys freestyle, we have Alexander John in lane 2 and Jeff Castaneda in lane number 5. For Tanque Verde, we have JPS and Ethan C. And for Sahuaro, let's see, Sahuaro is in this second heat of 3, we have Nathan Gauss and Andy Moralatos. So again, these swimmers are approaching the final turn in this 100-yard freestyle. And it's neck and neck between Tanque Verde and looks like the Cienega swimmer. They finished with a time of about 1:05. And we are now ready for heat number 3. So heat number 3 for Sahuaro, we have Nathan Trenkel and Ryan DeLaurier. For Tanque Verde, we have Lucas S. and Jordan P. And for the Bobcats, in heat number 3 in lane 2, we have Benjamin Walker. So lane 2 will be, from the main angle, will be closest to your screen, will be second closest to your screen. Most swimmers at the halfway mark. Trying to finish this strongly. There's a small area here, Clements Pool. You hear some chatter all over the place. It's a fervent, festive atmosphere. And it looks like the swimmer from Tanque Verde finishes with a time of about 1:19. Next up, we have the girls' 500-yard freestyle. And let's go ahead and pull up some graphics here. So yeah, the girls' 100-yard freestyle, 500-yard freestyle rather. Pivotal event in this meet, long race, and we actually have a student. We call them lap counters, what have you, who help these swimmers keep track of the lap that they are on. And when they're on the final lap, usually, at least on TV, I see they ring a bell or something, or they shout something like that to let the swimmer know that they are on their final lap. So for Sahuaro in lane 3, we have Maria Cooperstein. In lane 6, we have Samantha Kerr. For Tanque Verde in lane 1, we have Sydney H. In lane 4, we have Ellie F. And for the Bobcats, we have one Bobcat swimmer, that is Kyla Babson in lane number 5. Again, we hope you're enjoying this broadcast, brought to you live by Bobcat TV, run by myself, Nick Irvin, Jason Miller, another teacher here at Cienega. But of course, we couldn't do it without our student help. So with us today, we have Ryan Marsh, as always, dependable, astute with his directing and camera capabilities. So it's always great to have him out here. So I want to thank him. We can't thank him enough. We can't thank all the students that we have helping us out day in and day out for the live broadcasts enough either. So we want to thank everybody who helps make this program what it is. Looks like we're about maybe halfway done here. And having not covered swimming actually ever live like this, having only really watched it on TV, can't tell you off the top of my head how many turns there are. Might be 20, but regardless, we will let you know when the end is about to occur. We have parents sitting on the south side. We have some on this east side as well, near the, call it the guardhouse of Clements Center. Coaches sitting. We have tents that the students, the swimmers, set up on the north end. And on the west end, near the slide, Tanque Verde has set up their tent. So it's packed in here with 3 teams. Not sure we ever do more than 3 teams. Don't know how you can with the lane limitations here, but 2, 3 teams, always a joy to see. And that was a bell, so it looks like we are in the final lap. And we have Babson in lane 5. She finishes strong. She wins that heat. That's Kyla Babson in lane 5 for the Bobcats. So strong swim here. And she's sitting comfortably, waiting for the rest of them to finish. So great job for Kyla Babson. We do want to thank you for tuning into Bobcat TV. Make sure you subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram at CHS_Bobcat TV, no space. You can find us on Facebook. We made a Facebook page a couple weeks ago. Not much activity on that yet, but we're hoping to expand that day by day. You can, of course, subscribe to the subscribe button on YouTube just below on this video. We're close to 1,800 subscribers. Always looking to improve that. Again, that is a testament to how our community, feels about what we do. So, of course, we really thank everybody who is a subscriber, who will subscribe, who has subscribed. We have an upcoming broadcast tomorrow night. As I mentioned earlier, at 7 p.m., varsity football, Cienega against Campo Verde at home in beautiful Vail, Arizona. It's a game to watch. Don't want to miss it. We will be bringing you live coverage on this very channel at 7 p.m. We have professional graphics, professional commentary. I won't be commentating. Professional commentary, professional everything. Interviewers, sideline reporters, the whole 9 yards. No pun intended. So please make sure you tune in for that if you're able. Now up, more currently, we have the boys 500. And we only have 3 swimmers in the boys 500 freestyle. 2 of them are from Tanque Verde. In lane number 1, we have simply on my roster, simply Tanner. Don't have a last name here. And lane number 4, we have Stevie M for Tanque Verde. And for Sahuaro in lane number 3, we have Ben Canes. I believe you pronounced that. Again, apologize for any mispronunciations. So no Bobcat swimmers in this 500-yard freestyle. One would imagine. Their typical 500-yard freestylists are maybe on vacation. Again, this is Vail's fall break. We're in the first week of 2 for high school. So we don't have the full, the Bobcats rather don't have a full contingent of swimmers. Next week on the docket for Bobcat TV, we have a Tuesday night girls volleyball match starting at 6 p.m. And we also have another match, volleyball match again at 6 p.m. on Thursday. So make sure you tune into that if you at all are interested in girls volleyball. We saw a great victory last night against Rincon University. Went to 5 sets. Bobcat TV was there the whole time, bringing it to you live. 5-set masterpiece, and Cienega came out on top. So it was a great win. Some fantastic rallies on both sides. You could see the hearts were in it, the fans were in it, and we were happy, excited to bring you that live coverage. The Cienega girls volleyball team is looking to make the playoffs. Typically a playoff team, the girls volleyball program is. Although they haven't made it past the first round of the playoffs in quite some time. So Coach Heather Mott is looking to change that this year. So stay tuned for that. If you want to watch more of our live coverage, next Friday, a week from tomorrow, Cienega football travels to Mountain View for a intra-section game. And of course, Bobcat TV will be bringing that to you live as well. So please make sure, if you want to tune in to your Cienega athletics, please make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you do not miss out. We're about halfway done here in this boys 500 yard freestyle. Again, we have Jason Miller on camera. We have Ryan Marsh running the show behind the scenes here, directing. I am Nick Irvin, commentating and trying to run graphics. Again, we will be bringing another swim event to you live sometime in October. I don't know the exact date. I think it's October. I gotta look it up. But sometime in late October, we will cover another swim meet. That is senior night. So let me. I'll get the information to you about when that is and who Cienega is swimming against. But we will be bringing a live coverage to that event as well. So please make sure you stay tuned for that. So that is actually October 21st. So October 21st is a home swim meet against Catalina Foothills at 4 p.m. So that is a Thursday. Usually these events are on Thursdays. That is October 21st at 4 p.m. We will be giving you a live coverage again of senior night. So this is, of course, where the team honors the seniors who have been swimming and who are swimming in their final regular season swim meet, rather. So please make sure you tune into that. if you are able and willing. We're entering our final lap. And looks like the Tanque Verde swimmer in lane 4, Stevie M, is in the lead. We'll see his time. And he is finishing at just over 6 minutes, about 6 minutes and a quarter is Tanner M's time. So well done to him. Sorry, not Tanner M, Stevie M. We have another swimmer, Tanner, in lane number 1 for Tanque Verde, who has no last name or last initial that I can see on my roster. But this is a race between Tanner. Tanner has just finished for Tanque Verde. And for Sahuaro, so that concludes the boys 500-yard freestyle. Next up, we have the girls 200 freestyle relay. I'll go ahead and get the time here. So for Tanque Verde in lane 1, we have Sydney H, Emma K, Clementine D, and Jess E. And lane number 4 for Tanque Verde, we have Natalie A, Shay S, Paisley W, and Maggie C. For Sahuaro in lane 3, we have Grevson Molina, Abby Holmes, Riley Holmes, and Zoe Drain. In lane 6 for Sahuaro, we have Vida Nepp, Aliana Campos Rivera, Sierra Siefkin, and Shelly Stokan. And for the Bobcats in this 200-yard freestyle, we have in lane number 5, we have Sabrina Reed, Caitlin Pop, Reina Estavillo, and Zita Neo. So it's getting more vocal here after that 500-yard freestyle. It takes a while. Things kind of simmer down a little bit up until this medley relay. Sorry, not medley, just a relay freestyle. Some call it the 4x50, some call it the 200. But either way, it is 2 lengths of the pool for each swimmer, there and back. And from my vantage point, it's hard to see. I'm sure your crystal clear camera angles are certainly doing a better job of tracking this than I am. But it looks like, well, I will hold off on that. So you have the time on the bottom right of your screen. And no. Looks like Sahuaro has finished, Cienega has finished, Tanque Verde as well, and we are waiting on the Sahuaro swimmer. Still waiting, there's a whistle, but we are still waiting on one swimmer. Next on the docket is the men's 200 freestyle relay. The boys 200 freestyle relay for the Bobcats. In lane 2, we have Kyle Newland, Alexander John, Jeff Castaneda, and Nathaniel Colson. In lane 5 for the Bobcats, we have Nathan Ria, Austin Taylor, Diego Ramirez, and Jaden Bramhall as the anchor. For Tanque Verde, in lane number 1, we have Tanner S., Racing G, JPS, and Nick S. And in lane number 4 for Tanque Verde, we have Alex A., Nolan R., Beck C., and Nick C. And for Sahuaro, lane 3, we have Nathan Krasuski, Ben Canez, Nicholas Brenner, and Brendan Krasuski. And in lane number 6, we have Ryan DeLaurier, Andy Morlatos, Nathan Trenkel, and Manny Franks. A little miscue there on the part in lane number 1. The swimmer actually went more than his 50-yard prescription. Well, it looks like Tanque Verde is still in this race, although they might have been disqualified by that. Not quite sure. So Cienega has finished in lane number 5. Sahuaro as well. Tanque Verde. So again, those times, apologize for not giving those times to you. Bring your stopwatch on your phone. Helps out. Helps everyone else out. So our next event, well, we still have lane number 1 in the 200 free relay going on, right? The bottom of your screen, that is Tanque Verde. Our next event is the girls 100-yard backstroke. So in lane number 1, or let me actually pull my clock up here. So we have the girls 100-yard backstroke. And there's the timer for you. So in lane number 1 for Tanque Verde, we have Summer C, and lane number 4, we have Paisley W. For Sahuaro, lane number 3, we have Sydney Wetton. Lane number 6, we have Hope Emmett. And for the Bobcats, the 100 backstroke, lane number 2, we have Caitlin Pop. And in lane 5, we have Catherine Baker. So you see the time on the bottom of your screen there. And it looks like the swimmer for Tanque Verde in lane number 4, that is Paisley W in this first heat. We have 2 heats here in this girls 100-yard backstroke. Paisley W is in the lead in lane number 4 for Tanque Verde. And she finishes with a time of about a minute 13. So we have a second heat here for the girls 100-yard backstroke. The Bobcats aren't in this heat. So we're still finishing up here we have Caitlin Pop in lane number 2. Almost there. And we are about to begin our second heat. For Tanque Verde in lane number 1, we have Molly G. Again, that's Molly Guyman, the daughter of Cienega's own Jean McKnight, the Dean of Students. And in lane number 4, for Tanque Verde, we have Jessica E. And for Sahuaro in lane 4, not lane 4, lane 3. In fact, we have no, it's only Tanque Verde swimmers. So we have only 2 swimmers here. In lane number 1 and lane number 4, we have Molly and Jessica. The time is 5:35 on this Thursday evening, this final day of September. Live from the Clements Center on the southeast side of Tucson, Cienega's home base. And timer's off by about 2 seconds, so we have, looks like Molly G finishing with a time of about it's a minute 25. Our next event will be the boys 100-yard backstroke. So in lane number 1 for Tanque Verde, we have Nick S. And lane 4, we have Nick C. As the swimmers enter the water for Sahuaro. And lane number 3, we have Nathan Gauss. And for the Bobcats in this 100-yard backstroke. And lane number 2, we have Brendan McNulty. And in lane number 5, we have Austin Taylor. There will be a second heat in this event, so stay tuned for that. Of course, you have the colored blue and white flags overlooking the final 10 feet of the pool, helping those swimmers in the backstroke know how many strokes to count until they enter their flip turn. So it looks like Cienega. We have both Cienega swimmers finishing around minute 13, minute 12. So again, for Cienega, that was Brendan McNulty in lane 2 and Austin Taylor in lane 5. So well done to them both. And well done to every swimmer here for showing up today and giving it their best. So we are now entering the second heat of this boys 100-yard backstroke. In lane 4 for Tanque Verde, we have Tanner S. I scratched that. We actually have the girls 100-yard breaststroke. They scratched the second heat. So for the girls 100-yard breaststroke, we have in lane 1 for Tanque Verde, Lainey R, and lane 4, Maggie C. For Sahuaro, lane 3, we have Sydney Wetton, In lane 3 we have Maria Cooperstein, and in lane 6 for Sahuaro we have Abby Holmes. And for the Bobcats, the 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 2 we have Reina Estavillo, and lane 5 we have Caroline Baker. So the swimmer from Tanque Verde, that is Maggie C, is in the lead. The other swimmer from Tanque Verde in lane number 1, the lane closest to you, is Lainey R. And Cienega's Caroline Baker is in 3rd place, well, really 4th place, neck and neck with the Sahuaro swimmer in lane number 3. And that is Maria Cooperstein. So it looks like Maggie C finished with a time of about 1:20. And we have a second heat in the girls 100-yard breaststroke. And in this second heat for Tanque Verde in lane 1, well, let's see. The papers flying everywhere here. Let's start with Sahuaro. Sahuaro heat number 2, lane 3, we have Samantha Kerr. And in lane 6, we have Delia Edwards. For the Bobcats in the second heat in lane 2, we have Maria Estavillo. And for Tanque Verde, we have Clementine D and Emma K. And once again, go ahead and add about 4 seconds to the time on the bottom of your screen. Again, always soliciting help from the community, any volunteers to help us out, help make this production that much better. We always appreciate it, and we appreciate the community support, bar none. So thank you again. And we are entering about the halfway point of this girls 100-yard breaststroke. And in lane number 4, we have Emma K from Tanque Verde. She is narrowly beating out the swimmer from Tanque Verde, and that is Samantha Kerr. So it's going to be a race, well, actually, in lane number 1, we have Clementine D, also of Tanque Verde. So all 3 of them are about neck and neck in the second heat of the girls 100-yard breaststroke. So Emma K with maybe about a half-second lead in lane number 4. And again, we're going to add about 4 seconds to the time here due to my clerical errors. So that is about a minute and a half was the unofficial time for Emma K, and about 1:31 for Samantha Kerr for Sahuaro. So next on the docket is the third to last event of tonight's swim meet, which is the boys 100-yard breaststroke. So we're still waiting for Cienega in lane number 2. This is Maria Estavillo. Cienega High School swim team really loves their M&M. It's in the back left of where I am on the north side near the grassy knoll, as we call it, at Clements Center. So here we have, let me stop the timer here, and let's reset that. And here we have the boys 100-yard breaststroke. So I'll get those names to you in just a second. And off we go. So for Tanque Verde, in lane number 1, we have JPS, and in lane 4, we have Alex A. For Sahuaro, in the boys 100-yard breaststroke, we have in lane 3, Brendan Krasuski, and in lane 6, Ben Canes. And for the Bobcats, in lane number 2, we have Brendan McNulty, and in lane 5, we have Austin Taylor.
Brendan.
So in lane 5, looks like Austin Taylor has taken a commanding lead, and he is finishing, it's a great time here, he's finishing at a time of about 1:12 unofficially. Leave everybody else in the dust. And of course the second swimmer from Cienega in lane number 2 has Brendan McNulty finished second. It's a great run for the Bobcats, and that's heat number 1 for the boys 100-yard breaststroke. So in the second heat of the boys 100-yard breaststroke, and lane number 1 for Tanque Verde, we have Peyton K, and in lane 4 we have Grayson G. Sahuaro does not have any swimmers here in the second heat, but the Bobcats do. And in lane number 5 we have Daniel Hernandez. Daniel Hernandez has taken the lead here. He's looking to finish strong in the last half of this 100-yard breaststroke. We're almost to the penultimate event of the night. We are finishing with a couple of relays. We are ending with both the women's and the men's 400-yard freestyle relay. The wind's picked up here a little bit. Probably quite chilly when you're getting out of the pool. And that is the word I'm receiving, not only from my experience as a rather mediocre swimmer, if I'm being honest, back in my high school days, but also the testament of the swimmers I've talked to today. It is a chilly experience leaving the water. All right, so we have the start of the girls' 400-yard 4x100 freestyle relay. And there's the time for you. And for the Bobcats, we have Zeta Neo leading off in lane number 5. Catherine Baker is next, Caroline Baker, and then Kyla Babston is the anchor for this Cienega Bobcats team. Again, this is 4x100, so each swimmer goes 4 lengths to the pool. There and back, there and back. For Tanque Verde, in lane number 1, we have Ali F, Jillian L, Molly G, and Summer C. And in lane 4, for Tanque Verde, we have Shay S, Ryan L, Bree F, and Natalie A. And for Sahuaro in lane 3, we have Sydney Wetton, Hope Emmett, Grayson Molina, and Zoe Drain. And lane 6, we have Riley Holmes for Sahuaro, Julian Levy, Delia Edwards, and Victoria Valdez. So it looks like the team from Tanque Verde, both lanes 1 and 4, are on the lead here after that opening leg of this 4x100 freestyle relay. So the Tanque Verde team in lane 4 is getting ready. And close behind them is Cienega in lane number 5. So Tanque Verde jumps off. They're in the lead. And it looks like Cienega and Sahuaro are pretty close. Cienega in second in lane number 5, Sahuaro in lane number 3. So those middle lanes living up to their hype, if you will. Putting the strongest teams in those middle lanes is a tradition. I have no clue where it started or how it came to be. That is typically what we see, and that's what we're seeing here. So we have Tanque Verde in the lead, followed by Cienega and then Sahuaro. So Tanque Verde still in the lead here, and Cienega and Sahuaro in lane 3 has caught up and have now overtaken Cienega for second place in this 4x100 girls relay. And Tanque Verde is looking to finish strong here. And this anchor leg for Tanque Verde in lane 4, we have Natalie A. So she finishes, that is a time of about a little under 4.5 minutes. As we are 20 seconds from the 5-minute mark. And the Bobcats finished third or fourth. It was neck and neck between the Tanque Verde swimmer in lane number 1. So the swimmer from Sahuaro, that Sahuaro team in lane number 6, just finishing up here. And we are about to begin the boys. The final event of today is the boys 4x100 freestyle relay. The final event here. So in this event, for Tanque Verde in lane number 1, we have Elijah K, Peyton K, Jordan P, and Ethan C. In lane number 4, we have Alex A, Nolan R, Stevie M, and Sam S. For the Bobcats, in this 4x100, we have Brendan McNulty in lane 5, James Castaneda, Alexander John, and Kyle Newland. And the wind's picking up here, definitely. And in lane 3 for Sahuaro, we have Nathan Krasuski, Nathan Trenkel, Andy Moralatos, and Nathan Gauss rounding up. That's a strong opening leg, about 58 seconds from Team Sahuaro. That was Nathan Krasuski, I believe. The wind's really picking up here, and one wonders if it is affecting the swimmers. Probably not too much, but certainly in a sport like this where every tenth of a second, even millisecond, matters, especially when you get to state, these things matter. So Tanque Verde is in the lead now. And the swimmer for Sahuaro, looks like his goggles have slipped off a little bit. Really has no choice here. Not much to do. Can't really do a flip turn. Has to do a out of water kind of half turn there. So you feel for him. He just ran into the lane right there. So have to feel for swimmers whose goggles slip off. Again, it pretty much spells the end of any sort of competitive edge, and in fact, the loss of most of your competitive edge with that simple act. So it's unfortunate. We actually saw it in the Olympics this year with the swimmer for the Americans, actually, during the breaststroke, I believe. Might have been Lily King, I can't be sure, but certainly is not fun. So. We're entering, looks like the final leg. Looks like Cienega and Tanque Verde. Cienega in lane number 5, Tanque Verde in lane number 4. So for Tanque Verde, this is Sam S. And for the Bobcats, this is Kyle Newland. And so, the swimmer from Tanque Verde has finished. And looks like in second place, that's Kyle Newland finishing strong there. Cienega with the time of just under 5 minutes. So we're just waiting up for the Tanque Verde team in lane number 1 to finish up. There's some parents leaving now. Tents are starting to be disassembled. This is the end. This concludes this home meet between Cienega High School, Sahuaro High School, and Tanque Verde High School. So we want to thank you again. We really appreciate you tuning in to Bobcat TV to watch and listen to our live coverage of the penultimate home match between Cienega High School, Sahuaro High School, and Tanque Verde High School. I want to thank again Jason Miller for running camera today, Ryan Marsh for doing everything under the sun to make this production run as smoothly as possible. I am Nick Irvin. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to stay updated on our upcoming events, upcoming live coverages, live broadcasts. We have an awesome game tomorrow at 7 p.m. Home football game against Campo Verde. Tune in tomorrow, the first day of October. Not sure what else you're doing, but I'm sure it won't be as cool as this. So please make sure you tune in to Bobcat TV tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to today's coverage. I am Nick Irvin. Good night.